pretty sure. If you paying attention how the fuck I look, I want you off my channel anyway. But let's get back to business. I just woke up. Look, this demon syndrome shit people starting to see, right? Y'all remember that movie when bruh put on the glasses and people call them the spiritual glasses, pretty much with his spiritual eye. Because when these aren't dealing with so much light, it actually activates more light in here. This is being the sixth chakra, okay? The eye. The sixth chakra is what you call the third eye, but it's really the first eye. It's only called the third eye because 1, 2, 3 works as a pyramid. This being your vortex point. Okay, everybody get grounded. Wake up, ground. Get off work, ground. Before you go to sleep, ground. Okay, that's my challenge from me to you. So look, I didn't think about all this shit before I hopped on, so just work with me. Y'all know I might got a little bit of ADHD, so obviously the weed kind of helps. Weed, cannabis is not the reason why people have memory loss. It's actually the food. Because if you were to switch up the way you eat, right? I believe it was Joshua. I don't know why people get it confused when it's so easy to see. When you say Yeshua and you put that, replace the Y with the J for modern times, that becomes Joshua. Okay? The vowel doesn't change the meaning of the word, it just changed the pronunciation. Okay? Just like Shukaya, El Shukaya. Okay? Which is Shu, the air, and the fire, Kai, the ground, El, feathers, A, the angstrom, the taff. Fuck nigga. Anyways, let's get back on point. So really I had my own experience. This is no lie. Okay. This actually happened like 2021, 2021 December going into the new year, right? I had seen somebody with their eyes shifted, right? It was one of them times like the little zombie shit, you feel me? I guess niggas who believe in zombies, maybe that's manifesting to see. But for the people who do truly believe in zombies with something to back it up with true evidence to back it up and how it could happen. Zombies are real. They don't really see it coming. They see it coming, but they don't see it coming. It's like monkey in the middle when the nigga in the middle keep going back and forth between his heads just to see if he's right or not. Okay, so but the thing about six, six is dealing with the sixth ether, right? I've been telling y'all it's a timeline, which really is an energy line, which you call these parallels and shit. Shit going back to Gemini, y'all. So that cross, which is an X at a tilt, that's the pole shift is shifting to it The pole shift is shifting to where it connects above to below. That's what the whole Gemini symbol is all about. Because that's going to deal with Orion and Sirius and some other shit. Need to worry about Isis and Aries. But let's stick on point. All right, so you have your third eye. That's your sixth chakra. We're dealing with the sixth ether. The sixth ether, or the sixth dimension. We're dealing with this sixth dimension on a physical state. Okay. Yes, the physical deals with the mental, but this is something you could have went way past already consciously. You can go you can go higher and higher and higher just because of how these outside of when they were causing their destruction. But when you listen to the message from 1942, right? It's supposed to be the Galactic Confederation, some shit like that. So dealing with them, they were saying something they can't access past the fifth dimension. Okay. This is something I need y'all to get. We aren't in the seventh cycle yet. The only people who's dealing with the seven is anyone who is on the right side of the universal line, which is reasons why they've been coming here because motherfuckers been shifting there. Okay. Like we're dealing with the sixth cycle, and that's about to be completed when this portal open up on April 27th. It's like a Lionsgate portal. It's one of the phases of the year. I'm the only nigga teaching what Ezekiel Will is really about. Because when it's all about you and all about genetics and reflections of you and shit, you have to realize what is it? Your DNA structure is the universal code at the end of the day. Your DNA code is. The 369 is. That's why Tesla said if you understand that, then you understand the universe. So I'm telling you, knowing how crazy I might sound, I don't care. But I'm not about to sit here and waste my time. Because I know I'm speaking here, so funded into it, they're operating off of it. Public notice. You guys, I know you guys don't own shit. You're not governing shit. If anyone's here to govern, it's most likely the Moors. But no, I'm trying to stay on point. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to stay on point. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to stay on point. Okay. All right. So when you're dealing with six ether, you're dealing with that six chromosome. What I've been saying, we're dealing with the sixth cycle right now. We're on the left of the Greenwich line, supposedly. They're on the right of the Greenwich line, supposedly. So that map that I'm telling you to go off, though, that's not really not how the map look. But if it was a reference point, you can use that because that map is only used to track sunspots, to track these, to keep up with the measurements like the years and hertz, because it's all like checkpoints to time. Okay, just like that eclipse, that was a checkpoint to time. Just like yesterday, um, Florida was seeing a red sun. They're probably going to see it again today, right? Because on this timeline, I posted a picture on my page, and it says January 23rd, 2143, right? It says 2143 as the year or when that's supposed to happen. The Matrix is glitching, and I know they're listening to me. The Matrix is glitching, and I know they're listening to me. Just because genetics connected to doing that shit. All right, this is why I don't need a blood test. Just look at. But if you're wondering how they gonna, if they were to keep taking blood tests and it didn't match up any documents, it will only be because you're eating the wrong shit. They're not telling you during times of radiation you're supposed to be cleaning. You feel me? That's how your cells repair. It's just like chemotherapy. You feel me? It's X-rays, radiation hitting you, meaning your waters in your body needs to be on a certain frequency and needs to be hydrated, alkaline, because air-wise, nothing's supposed to live in your body in that air. So if you're feeding it more, and that's only because your blood cells are reproducing way faster now. It's duplicating by 3. It's a 3-to-1 ratio and a 1-to-3 ratio. I mean, that shit's healing you or it's destroying you. And it don't matter what race you are. It's just, I guess black people got more of advantage. Well, more people with more melanin got more of advantage. But at the end of the day, that's not even completely true either. Okay? And your cells is duplicating. When you're consuming proteins like meat, that's interfering. Okay? When you're taking these drugs from these people and they don't even know how it's going to go because it's a science experiment, these doctors didn't create this, scientists created it. It's a science experiment. They already came to their conclusions already, apparently. It's cloning, eugenics. It's really called animal xenotransplants. The Xeno being the gift of Zeus. Zeus going back to Satan. And all these sacrifice and rituals they got going on, and it seems like it's a spell over them that they won't listen. I guess they think comes from an emotional standpoint. It can become emotional just because it's dealing with the heart space when you're trying to tell somebody the truth, just because you love them. So all these rituals and all that stuff that be going on all through the year, it all goes back to Zeus. Even with the sports, every I would too if I had to, because it's how you can operate in law as another entity. That's why these businesses been doing that shit. Like African is a business, a Sierra Leone business. Like in the U.S. is a business corporation. All this shit ties back to UK at the end of the day because UK is the United Kingdom of Israel. Okay, there's always a three, just like how it's three Egypts. It's always a three. It represents it. Just bought it out for. Look, I've been getting a little off topic, but yeah, that goes back to the 72. But what is the 72 from what I tell you? When A and B comes together, your alpha and beta. The reason why I say it's been a study of you, the alphabets is really talking about how your brain function with your cells in nature. Okay, so this is why they name certain things from the alphabet in different languages because when you go to the origin of that English word, you'll find the meaning from the language it come from the origin it comes from. So that 72 represents a gamma wave. Gamma is C in Greek. So when your A plus B connects, it denotes an energy downwards to your I, right? The C is it's like algebra geometry. It's the C. That C represents that gamma wave, which is it going back in item two parallel is going back to a parallel that connects above and below. That's why you're seeing all these portals open as the dimension or the ethers gets higher, the kundalini gets higher. That's why I'm so when the six ether settles, that's when it's a permanent thing. Okay. So the six ether should be settled by May 12th. Okay. So when we were going through the fifth cycle for that to settle, they was already dealing with the six. This happens every year. And while we're dealing with the six, they was dealing with the seven. So they already been seeing hella shit over there that they're not telling us over here. But we're about to start seeing that shit now as you're seeing it now. I've been describing this shit. I thought it was make believe at first, but I started seeing it how it wasn't. So I started realizing that's why a lot of people is making videos uh talking about certain things talking about they channeling certain orishas and shit like that. But really, it's just coming off your memory. Okay, like your memory, you're revealing your memory, and that's the revelation during that time period. Because the time period is matched by energy, not by a fucking calendar. The calendar is to keep in track with that. Just like the Mandela effect happened pretty much January, February because it was skipping past 2024. So when I say April is January, yesterday being January 23rd, the matrix glitched and they was showing how this red moon or red sun, because the back of the moon is red, but I say the moon is the backside of the sun. So the manipulation of the backside of the sun. So I've typed in January 23rd, red moon, and it brought up 22,140. And when you go along my timeline, that's where I'm saying we're at right now, anyways. Okay? That's where I'm saying we at, anyways. So that deals still with the sixth ether. So this sixth ether has to settle, but as it's settling, you're seeing new shit. There's different animals, different beings. You're gonna see weird trees. Like, I'm only saying this because if you look up the fifth and the sixth period of time, that dealt with the Carboniferous period. The Carboniferous period and the Peruvian and the Devonian. It's like some eternal shit. But it ties to the dimension. And when it's tying to the dimension, it's tying to the ether. And knowing that we are that certain beings, cells tied to the carbon 12, the C12, it has to go through its cycle. It's only going through a cycle because as the ozone layer depletes, you start to remember what happened. Now it's tying down to the AD parallel. The 789, I believe, ties with the AD parallel. Or pretty much we dealing with that. Just really a dot in the ground. Just the triangle represents what it represents above and below. What does it do? It harnesses energy from its tip and brings it down to the ground, and it could denote the energy from the ground. And boom, because it has a tip at the bottom of it, even if it only had a base, it still can harness energy. Really, that helps clear the clouds. But anyways, let's get back to the sixth ether. So everyone's sixth ether is dealing with this shit, or six chromosome. I don't know if everyone do have a six chromosome, but I'm just saying a cycle through 1 and 12 is happening. It's not really divided. It's going through in this cycle because you can't just spark that 12th energy on you and people's conditions and expect you to take it or anything. So you alive right now, you made it. So I'm saying, just get your shit together because stuff gonna get worse. So I don't care where you at. I was in an apartment at first and started growing stuff. Like they got some trees or something just stuck off, you know? Do some amazing shit. Feel me? But look, the six ether deals with the sixth chakra, And the seventh ether is going to deal with this crown. I'm saying on a physical state, not on a mental state. Everyone talks about a mental state. We're getting back to this physical state. Because you have to talk about both anyways, because that's what's syncing together. Okay? Physical deals with your psyche, your body psyche. You feel me? The matter. Or weird tree. I didn't realize that's why them weird trees in California just floating around and stuff. Yep, that's what it all came. I believe it's the lunar. It's always a lunar eclipse after the eclipse. It's 4 gates a year, and the energy that comes off is lined up with Sirius, and it's a whole different alignment setup. Just look up Lionsgate, and then just imagine that about 4 times a year. So when it's about to get hotter, right? It's about to get hotter when this energy denotes. It's just going to be more radiation that's coming in as it depletes, right? Because April is pretty much the new year month. So it's a restart from there. From January to April is a rebirth. In the next couple of days, I'll be in the realms and all type of shit, bro. So like, even if I don't remember, I understand because I grab that understanding. So intuitionally, I know what's going on. It's just this shit dealing with the shift that ZRV16 shit the CDC been tying to. They gonna try to say niggas is crazy because you're seeing on a higher state. You're gonna start seeing people actually shift into that. Like me, I had an experience, bro. I was chilling with a cougar. I still know her to this day, but I be feeling a little weird because some shit happened. Right, she was giving me the meanest talk. Like it was kind of weird. She was giving me the top, right? But I remember I didn't know she. So she took the little the vacuator, and yeah, down while she was vacuuming my shit, I'm looking. I open my eyes and I look into her eyes while she doing it. She just staring at me, just got I'm just like, but I'm looking. Her her eyes went straight black, y'all. This was like 2021. So I was realizing I can talk to animals when I take my shoes off or put my hands in the ground. So I was like, yeah, it was around that time. And that shit happened right after. You feel me? She had a dog, right? And I put my hand in the ground and like telepathically talk to him. Cause I'm like, how are all these animals spirit animals? What's making them more spirit animals? And I started tapping into my spiritual side as the more I grounded. You feel they always taking their CMEs. Some of them, when it's happening, they like to chill outside in it. They might be in the grass. You're not gonna see them on the concrete. They're in the grass chilling. Feel me? Birds looking at it. They grounded in the trees. Like, that shit's so weird because it's the only other time before niggas start talking about a demon syndrome. I saw it on the Crossroads as a kid on that music video with Bone Thugs and Harmony, and they had certain people with like black eyes. See if you feel a vibration right here, feel like some type of magnetism. Uh, Stop. I knew it was about to, but it raises the frequency within you and nature. And that bird is just walking around, tweeting, not flying around, he's walking around, sending a message. I don't know what type of bird that is, but it might be a morning bird. But I be peeping game. Yeah, bro. This shit really about to happen. Like when I was a little kid, I remember I was at my cousin's house and we just got done smoking, had the munchies or whatever. So he's in the kitchen and I'm like where the table is, the eating table, and I'm looking at the TV. So how they had it set up, it was like with the and I remember I was watching TV. I had to be a kid, you feel me? And the nigga popped up. It was somebody that popped up at the window and he had them black eyes. And I was young. I got in shock. You feel me? I was like, oh, and I was like, Chris, you see that? You see that? Cause he was like my older cousin. So I was like, bro, you see that? And he was like, nah, I don't see 2021 going into 2022. Most scariest shit ever, but I kept going. You feel me? I was just sitting there like, bro. I was like, oh, let me get up. It was like I made up the most lame excuse why I had to go. I don't, I might have told him, but I really don't remember if I did or not. You feel me? Like I was on my ascension shit. You feel me? So it was like Oh man, it's no telling. Yeah, bro. Y'all niggas be safe. For real, for real. Because I know of a black dot dealing with an activation type thing, something you can do. But then it seems like there's another one type thing. Like the black dot in my eyes was always like I feel like maybe the neuro melanin ink is black, but I think that shit is dark green to the point it is black. I think it's dark green. So this copy with the graphene oxide, that's some whole other shit. The black goo, I believe that's some whole other shit. I may be wrong, but all I'm saying is this shit is happening. Okay, they've been with these clouds, low key. It's not that it's working. It's just fucking them up on the long run, even if they wanted to be here. Pretty sure they already know that. So what we need to do is counteract that shit. Okay, and that starts off by revealing the revelations. But at the same time, we gotta watch these motherfuckers because Peep with Zinnia is a Greek hospitality. They give you shit like this so you can tell your stories and shit. Because they know your ass want to vent. So at the end of the day, Zinnia, they was always say the whole town would greet people. It's the Greek hospitality. They bring people in from out of, we'll call them people from out the lands and shit, because they would come with stories about the world, the new world, and shit like that. And they would pretty much pull them in, get them comfortable. It's just like the Black Knight, give them hospitality, shit like that. It's just like the Black Knight, actually. Xenia, Greek hospitality. Black Knight is an example of how this shit is. They give you hospitality, bring you in, just to motherfucking try to snake you, whoop de whoop, set up sacrifices, all types of shit. But I'm saying, yo, the six ether is almost done. This is the reason why niggas saying this demon syndrome shit.